So let me throw another vocabulary word at you. Element. Okay, again here we're talking about individual atoms. We will talk later about what atoms look like. But an atom of an element looks the same as every other atom of that element. Whatever it is that makes an atom of chlorine an atom of chlorine, all atoms of chlorine look like that, and atoms of other elements don't look like that. So that's what an element is. An element is something unique. The atoms of the element cannot be broken down any further. Element is the basic building block of everything. Now, a compound. A compound is when atoms of different elements are bonded together. So this is salt. Sodium and chlorine bonded together in a crystal structure. Think about salt that you put on your food. Sodium and chlorine, totally different things. Sodium, soft, metallic. Chlorine, yellow gas. Both are poisonous. The sodium chloride, the compound, the sodium bonded to the chlorine, makes it a different thing with different properties. Another example might be carbon dioxide, the stuff that you are breathing out right now. Again, the carbon and the oxygen are bonded together. These are individual molecules. They are only very loosely connected together, as opposed to this kind of compound where there's a whole lot of the individual atoms bonded together. So we'll get into later the different kinds of molecules, but for now, just understand that more than one atom bonded together, that's a molecule or a compound. Now, a mixture. In a mixture, each thing in the mixture retains its individual properties, unlike a molecule. This is a representation of air. Think about all the stuff you are breathing right now in the air. There's a whole lot of nitrogen, and when I say nitrogen, I mean two nitrogen atoms bonded together, because that's how nitrogen exists in the world. Air is about 79% nitrogen. Then almost all of the rest of it is oxygen. And again, oxygen in the real world is two oxygen atoms bonded together. There are some other trace gases in the air represented by this argon atom. Notice that's an atom. The others are molecules, but this argon here is an atom because it's not bonded to anything else. There's some water vapor here, water as a gas. There's some carbon dioxide. For the most part, air is nitrogen and oxygen. But if you think about it, these elements and molecules and atoms are not bonded together because they're retaining their own properties. You are, when you breathe, selectively taking the oxygen out of the air and using it in your body. If the oxygen were actually bonded to the nitrogen, you wouldn't be able to do that because the oxygen would have changed its properties. Okay? So, element, compound, mixture. Those are all very distinct things with their own properties.